Okie dokie, good afternoon folks. Welcome to a very wet Leeds Bradford. It's blowing a gale, it's chucking it down with rain. Typical Leeds really. So a very Merry Christmas everybody. We are live in the lay-by for an hour or so. There's a couple of arrivals due. We've got some Jet 2s and a Ryanair and maybe even an Air X if we're lucky. There's an Air X CRJ scheduled to come in from Chambéry. I think that's a CRJ. That will be nice if it turns up. So we're inside the car, inside the old Skoda. It's a bit different to Lanzarote. Right, let's have a look in the chat. Jack Sims with us, Jack Sims 08. Very Merry Christmas to you, Jack. Maralene's with us in the chat. Hi, Maralene. Merry Christmas to you. Alan Hargreaves, Merry Christmas. Nice to see you. Jet 2 Holidays Aviation, Merry Christmas to you too. Seb's with us. Hello, Seb. Merry Christmas. Rich North, Merry Christmas to you. Mason O'Reilly, Merry Christmas, says I might be going plane spotting to Manchester at Christmas. Well, hope you have a good plane spotting to Manchester at Christmas. Well, hope you have a good time. Andy Parkin, hello there, Merry Christmas to you. Everybody's been waiting for this. It does seem like a while since we've been at Leeds, I must admit. Sadly, it's middle of winter, it's Christmas, there's not going to be much action. In fact, I don't think we're even going to get one departure on this stream. I think it's arrivals only today. And the wind is absolutely blowing a gale. It's about 30-40 miles an hour straight across the runway as well. We did have a Ryanair land about half an hour ago. It managed to get in, landed almost sideways. We just managed to get a video of it, so we'll pop that on YouTube later on. Linda, very Merry Christmas to you. Nice to see you. Mush, Merry Christmas. How are you doing, Mush? And Danny Rums is with us. Hello, Danny. Merry Christmas. Says thanks for all the streams over the year. Not a problem. We've really enjoyed it. And like I said on the last stream, we've actually gone through a year of streaming. Can you believe that? We've definitely had a few ups and downs this year, I must admit. Anthony Gray, hello Anthony, Merry Christmas to you. Patrick Corsack, how you doing buddy? Merry Christmas. And yeah, all the mods, big thanks for what you've done this year. We couldn't have done this without you, so it's really, really appreciated. And I hope you all have a great Christmas. And Jet 2 Holidays Aviation joining the membership as well. Thank you very much. It's really appreciated. Talking of memberships, we have done a little video and we've put that out, members only video of the flight down to Lanzarote last week. That is members only until about 8 o'clock tonight when it goes public. So if you want to have a look at that, feel free. It's all what Tom took out of the plane, isn't it, Tom? You did a cracking job there.
Thank you.
Excellent flight. That was on Jet 2's A321neo GSUNC. G-sunk. Thankfully it didn't sink. Donald Kelly, Merry Christmas to you. Mason O'Reilly says have a Merry Christmas. You too. And Seb says, no operations scheduled on Flight Radar 24 for tomorrow, which will be Christmas Day. I'm not sure if there is any flights at all on Christmas Day out of Leeds. Mason says we need Jet 2 to have a 747 or an A380. Blimey. That'd be nice to see, wouldn't it? Yeah, so the reason we're doing this stream today, apart from to get a couple of arrivals in this wind, is just basically to say Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the year with us. And we really appreciate you watching. And Seb's also upgrading to business class. Thank you, Seb. Really is kind. Really do appreciate your support, guys. Papa Kilo's with us in the chat. Merry Christmas to you, Paul. How are you doing? So until we get some action, we're just going to leave the camera pointing straight across the field. There's not really anything to look at the moment. Looking on flight radar, we do have... Actually, we've got 2 aircraft not too far away. Looks like next to land will be Jet 2, which is currently over Leicester. There's also a Ryanair slap bang in the middle of the North Sea. Jet 2 coming in from Alicante, and the Ryanair coming in from Gdansk. Be interesting to see if they make it actually in this wind. I believe the Aer Lingus ATR this morning did divert down to Liverpool. That didn't make it in. So the weather for the rest of the day doesn't look too great either. Looks like it's going to stay windy, stay wet. Not going to be a white Christmas. That's a shame. Alexandra Wood popping in to say Merry Christmas. A very Merry Christmas to you, Alexandra. Hope you have a good time. Alexei, hello to you and a Merry Christmas. Hope you're well. And anybody else that might be watching, pop into the chat, say hello. Let's give you a big Merry Christmas too. So like I said, that video we made will be live on YouTube at 8 o'clock tonight. Or if you're a member, it's live now. We've also got lots of footage to edit and upload onto YouTube from his little trip down to Lanzarote. Lots of stripy condos for Sam. And we've also got a nice bit of footage on from the flight home as well, on board the 757 Alpha November, which was a very smooth flight until we hit Manchester. And then it was quite a wild approach into Manchester. The landing itself, the touchdown, was quite smooth, but the approach coming down the ILS was, well, it was like being on a roller coaster at Blackpool. Jet2 Holiday says, who's been following the Santa sleigh on Flight Radar 24? Last known location was over Australia, so... Oh. So, they've hit Christmas Day already. Alexandra Wood will pop back later. No problem at all. You take care. If we don't see you again, have a fantastic Christmas. And Danny Jones, ho ho ho, hello Danny, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you, my friend. And Ian Rigg, hello to you. Good afternoon from a sunny Tenerife. Oh, can't be bad. Very nice. Well, Merry Christmas, Ian. What a lovely place to spend Christmas, down in Tenerife. Must admit the Beatrice in Lanzarote was all trimmed up for Christmas, for all the tinsel, all the Christmas trees. It's looking very nice. Looks like Mason's having trouble with his phone. So, flight's radar says next arrival is over Sheffield. And Malcolm Clark, good afternoon to you. Merry Christmas, Malcolm. Patrick says he's getting his airband radio. Fantastic. Getting his Christmas present a day early. Mason's back as Aviation Guy 982. Welcome back. Wow, Danny Jones says fuelers are refusing to fuel at the moment unless the wind comes below 40 knots. Wow, what is the current wind, Danny? Do we know? It's certainly, well, the rain's coming across sideways at the moment. Like I say, we did have a Ryanair land about 45 minutes ago. It came in sideways, but he stuck it down. And if you might need to zoom out a little bit, if we pan around to the trees and try not to get the side of the car in, and you'll probably see the rain coming down. It's the rain's coming down sideways at the moment, and it's very, very windy. Keith, Trains and Planes, Merry Christmas to you. He says Merry Christmas, Nick and Tom. Well, thank you very much. Hope you have a good Christmas, Keith. And Mike Hainsworth, Merry Christmas, Mike, who has just watched the video of the flight to Lanzarote. Ah, thank you, Mike. He says it looks a wee bit colder there. It's this is yes, just a little bit. Although it's 12 degrees on the car here at the moment, and for end of December, I think can't complain at that, can we? It's about 21, 22 down in Lanzarote though, which was very nice. Although the evenings were considerably cooler than that. You did need a long-sleeved jumper on for the evenings. And Patrick popping the weather in the chat there. Let's all, oh my goodness, wind 250, free gusting 48 at the moment. Wow. I very much doubt if the Jet 2 will make an approach at that, but we will see, won't we? Yep, Jet 2 holidays saying the lunchtime KLM has been cancelled. They cancelled that very early actually. I noticed last night that was cancelled. Anthony says, is this the new Hayes travel? And Malcolm Clark, Merry Christmas to you. Just reading your comment there, I presume you must have been down in Lanzarote as well. And he says it's 23 degrees now. It's actually got a bit warmer, Tom, now we've left.
Typical.
Papa Kilo says he was supposed to be fixing his car, but looked out of the window and went back to bed. Yep, fair enough, good call. The runway lights have been turned on. Danny Jones says, being told the wind is light and variable. Blimey, I don't know who's told you that. I can assure you it isn't. So, anybody with an airband radio, unlike us, we can't actually use one of them while we're live. It'll be interesting to hear what the pilots are saying, whether they are going to make an approach or not. The landing jet 2 is currently over, when I zoom in a bit, just to the north of Sheffield at the moment, approaching Huddersfield. And it is a 300 series, one of the older ones. Golf Delta Fox November will be the reg. The one good thing about this location where we are, we're sheltered by a great big tree. It does keep the wind off the car, actually. Patrick says he will have his airband by the next stream. I think you need to sneak under that tree, Patrick, and run off with it. No, don't be getting into trouble. Danny Jones says he's making an approach, just as his go-around instructions. Oh well, this is going to be interesting. Just a shame we've got a very low cloud base at the moment. But when these showers do pass through, the cloud base does lift quite considerably, so we might get lucky. And the wind certainly picks up as these showers go through as well. Deborah Me, Merry Christmas to you. Welcome along. She says, Nick, Tom, Mods, Happy Christmas to us all. Thank you very much. Well, I'm very glad I'm not on this landing jet too. This will be not a pleasant experience landing at Leeds in this. I was watching a bit of Think Planes this morning down at Manchester, and the wind didn't seem too bad down there. There was a few lumpy arrivals. Yeah, Danny says you can imagine the pilots wants to get in with it being Christmas Eve. That is very true. They'll want to be in and off for some family time. Mike Blunt, Merry Christmas, Mike. How are you doing? He says, many thanks, Nick and Tom, for a great year of live streaming. Well, thank you very much, Mike. That's very kind. Danny says, Jet 2 cleared down to 3,000 feet. Are you ready for this one, Tom?
Yep.
Don't forget to record it for me.
I've got more storage. 1 minute. So.
Oh, some sort that out. Let's swap cards. We will just swap SIM cards actually, because we're nearly fully stored on that one, so pop that in there, pop that in there. Push it right in, that's it, Perfect. Okay, should be able to record some of these now. Deborah says, like button press, thank you very much, and to everybody that has hit the like button, thank you. And over the past year as well, thanks for all your likes, it's very kind of you. Easiest way just to show a little love for the channel is hit the like button. It does help spread the name. Don't know how, but I'm assured it does. SB Aviation, good afternoon. And Merry Christmas to you. And SB Aviation let's have a hub at Leeds. Jet2's initial base is Leeds Bradford. It was that's where Jet2 started many years ago. I think it's still the official base. Danny says he's cleared onto the ILS. Keep your eyes open, Tom.
Will do.
Like I say, Tom's on the camera, he's sat in the front of the car.
Hello, everyone.
It's on approach. Now the good news is that shower has just moved through and the cloud base has significantly lifted. So we're going to get a better view of this, which is good news. David Hill, Merry Christmas, David. How are you doing? Welcome along. Just in time for the landing. So we're placing bets, guys. Is this going to be a landing? Is this going to be a go around? The wind's really whipping up all of a sudden. We can hear it in the trees. Wow. Yeah, Danny Jones says gusting to 45 knots at the moment, and it's pretty much straight across the field as well, looking at the windsock. I'll be very surprised if he gets this down. I'll be very impressed if he gets this down. Cleared to land, says Danny. Still not broke through the clouds yet. Alexis says go around. Patrick says go around. I'm going to go with a go around as well. What do you think, Tom?
I'm going to say he lands it.
Oh, you're going for landing. I think if he can get in between the gusts, it might be okay. It doesn't seem to be at 40 odd knots all the time. It's coming in gusty patches. Alan Hargreaves thinks he's going to get it in. Paul's saying it's diverting to Birmingham. Danny says he's going to nail it. Okay, he's going to be popping through the clouds any second. Keep your eyes open, Tom.
Yep.
Deborah thinks it's going to land. Mike thinks it's going to land. Marilyn thinks it's going to land. SB Aviation ground speed is like 99 knots. Okay, looking at flight radar, it's just a couple of miles out now. Going to be popping through that cloud any second. There he is. Hit the record button for me, Tom. Thank you. Becky Davies, hello Becky. Merry Christmas to you. And Kitty B as well. Merry Christmas, Kitty B. Nice to see you both. So the wind is coming from right to left, pretty much straight across the runway. Let's see who's right and see who's wrong. I'm sticking with the go around. Let's all give him a clap. Wow! Thanks for recording that, Tom. You can stop. Thank you. Well, very impressed. Very impressed. He made that look easy, didn't he? Mr. City Sounds, Merry Christmas to you. He says it's smooth. Yeah, 10 out of 10 there from the Jet 2 crew. How did it look zoomed in, Tom? I couldn't see it through the...
Good landing.
Yeah. Thomas Weir, Merry Christmas. How are you doing, Thomas? Dave Howe, Merry Christmas to you. He's giving a round of applause as well. Alexei says, what a landing. Andrew Tarbert, Merry Christmas to you. He says, yowzer. Paul D, wow, that was impressive. And a Merry Christmas to you, Paul. Mike says, give that guy a medal. So we do have a Ryanair following this in. See how we'll see how the Ryanair fares. I think that Jet 2 got a little bit lucky there. The wind did seem to be a little bit lighter as he came down the approach than what it has been over the last half an hour or so. And Patrick's saying next landing is the Ryanair 737-800 from Gdansk. Have a quick look on flight radar, see where he is. He is, oh, he's just past Scunthorpe actually in the descent. And it will be just an 800 series, it's not a max. Shame we don't have clear skies. US Air Force C-17 has just gone straight over the top of us. SB Aviation, in summer I was on a go-around where the pilot was too high on the approach whilst being battered by the winds. Jet 2 have great pilots, very confident. Truckman, Merry Christmas to you. Says I bet there's some clean underpants needed on that plane. Undercrackers, I've not heard of that term before, undercrackers. Hey, and Kitty B gifting 5 memberships. Wow, thank you, Kitty B. That's very, very kind indeed. So if you've got one of them memberships, give Kitty B a bit. Come into the chat, say thank you to Kitty B. That's very, very kind of her. And a big Merry Christmas to you, Kitty B. Thank you for that. Marilene's been gifted a membership. Fantastic. Becky Davies as well. And Alexei, Mike Blunt. And Paul D, all being gifted memberships. Stuart Hitch, Merry Christmas. Says, hey guys, how are you? Hope you had a good flight home. The flight home was fantastic, Stuart. Very, very smooth until coming down the ILS, really, which was a bit bumpy. It was very nice to get on a 757 again. That might be our last. The Wolf, Merry Christmas to you. He says, I'm off work today and tomorrow, and I'm glad. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Wolf. And Pete Leeds, 1303, Merry Christmas to you. Oh, Pete Leeds, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. Danny Jones says Ryanair cleared down to flight level 90. He's questioning the wind. I'll bet he is. Colin says season's greetings to everybody. And CDM to the Jet 2 pilot. And a very Merry Christmas, Colin. What's CDM's done? And Danny's saying the Ryanair can't take wind gusts over 45 knots. What is the maximum at the moment? Do we know? Pete Leeds says an ATR got diverted to Manchester earlier. Yeah, and I think Aer Lingus this morning also went to Liverpool as well. I'm not sure if the Arini got in today or not. I think that was due at around about 11 o'clock. Is that the one that got diverted to Manchester? Yeah. Tom's saying yes, it was. So that's at least two ATRs were lost this morning. Get that. Jack says the Ryanair's going into the hold at Leeds. And Jill Rogers is with us in the chat. Very Merry Christmas, Jill. Hope you're well. And Danny needs to go sit on the roof, I think, to get to pick up the tower on his scanner. You need a bigger aerial, Danny. Jack Sims says winds gusting to 42 at the moment. And the Wolf saying crosswind limit on a 737 in wet is 25 knots, excluding gusts. Yeah, Danny Rumsey, you're quite right there. I don't think this airport could handle an A380. Maybe if it was empty. I think have you done it on flight sim, Tom?
Did it in the 747?
Yeah. Made it look easy in a 747 on the simulator. As long as you get it down nice and early. Not a problem. Don't think I'd fancy it in real life. SB Aviation says he's on a dog walk and it's absolutely blowing us around. And looks like we've got another shower coming through as well now, and the wind tends to pick up when these showers come through. So don't forget, guys, if you want to see that video of the flight down to Lanzarote, it's on YouTube, it's on our channel. Members only until 8 o'clock tonight, and then it's free for everybody to watch after that. Nick Salisbury, Merry Christmas. How are you doing, Nick? Alexis saying, do you reckon we'd still have wide bodies at LBA if it weren't for that overrun in the 80s? We've had a lot of wide bodies since then. I think Pakistan Airlines with the A310 was the last service, regular service, for using a wide body. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. There's been plenty of A330s over the years, but nothing lately. The only big thing that's been in lately is the C-17. Pardon? And Ian Forrest, Merry Christmas, Ian. He says he can't pick up the tower from near the hospital in Otley, but his Dyson in the loft does. Well, you need to be up in the loft then. John Breyer, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, John, welcome along. Danny Jones says he's going for an approach. Excellent stuff. Right, are you ready for... Don't forget to record this one, Tom.
Yeah.
We'll try and hopefully put a little bumpy landing video together. It looks like he's on the approach at the moment, but he's still at 7,000 feet according to flight radar, so he's gonna have to go around again. Stuart says, I do hope you guys had a great holiday, because I certainly did. We were a very nice little time away, Stuart, thank you. Patrick saying Thomas Cook landed an A330. Yeah, that was quite a while ago. I remember standing down the end of the runway with Danny Jones when a Thomas Cook A330 took off. That was quite good fun. Rod Gill, Merry Christmas, Rod. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice Christmas, buddy. Down there in Manchester. SB Aviation says, I think a TriStar once overran at LBA. It certainly did. I couldn't tell you what year it was. It was quite a long time ago now. It was either early 90s or late 80s, something like that. But yeah, went off, landed on 1-4 and went straight off the end. Bit of a whoops. I think the words from the captain were, the Reds come a bit quick here, don't they? I think that's what he said. Wow, Danny says the police 4-2, I presume that's the helicopter, Danny, is up. Be a wild old ride in a helicopter today, won't it? And Thomas Weir says, is Leeds getting 738s to replace the 737-300s or receiving new Airbuses? I'm not sure actually what they're replacing them here with at Leeds, to be honest with you. And John Taylor, Merry Christmas, Johnny. There we go, 1985 with the TriStar. Thanks, John. Pete says Ryanair diverted. Not yet, Pete. He's going to make an approach, I think. SP Aviation says, did the 747 and Concorde do some flights into LBA quite a long time ago? They certainly did. In fact, Leeds once had two 747s on the ground at the same time. A British Airways and a Wardair, I think it was. Looks like that Ryanair is making manoeuvres towards the approach. Sam's Planes and Trains is with us in the chat. Merry Christmas, Sam. How are you doing, pal? Well, we've got a few of the mods on. Just like to say a massive thank you for what you've done this year. Really, really appreciated. So Ryanair's just coming over Wakefield at the moment. He's making pretty patterns on flight radar. Should be swinging round onto the ILS any second. In fact, he's just making the turn now. Tracked number 9 worldwide is this Ryanair on. Oh, number 8 now. Tracked number 8 worldwide on flight radar. Where's the other Ryanair, Tom? No, not Ryanair, sorry. Oh yeah. I don't know the other. Okay, lost where I am in the chat now. Let's have a look. Roy Orlemans is with us in the chat. Hello Roy, Merry Christmas to you. So Ian's got a big antenna in the loft. That's I must admit I had one many years ago, and it's probably still up there actually. I've not used it for a long, long time. Farjon, go Gaffer, Merry Christmas to you. Says, I think it was 1986 Air France Concorde landed. Remember going to watch? You must have been stood next to me then, because I was there as well. I remember seeing that land. I was inside the terminal building. Okay, it looks like the Ryanair is on long finals. And Kitty B, wow, thank you very much, Kitty B, has gifted 5 more Blue Sky memberships. That is really, really generous. We can't thank you enough, Kitty B. Thank you so much. So Sam's Planes and Trains being gifted a membership. Aviation Guy 982 as well. Pete 1303, you've been gifted a membership, along with John Taylor and Jack Sims. So you owe Kitty B a big thanks for that. That's very, very kind. So a massive Merry Christmas to you. Alfie Thackeray, oh, who's still down in Lanzarote? That's not fair. Merry Christmas, Alfie. It was nice being down in your territory last week. Okay, it looks like it's time to place your bets again. Danny's going for a go-around. I'm going to change my mind this time. I'm going to say he's going to stick it down. What do you reckon, Tom?
I think he'll land it.
So 2 landings from in here. David Holland, Merry Christmas. Says, I bet those Lanzarote suntans didn't last long. No, it's fading fast. Fading fast. Alexis saying, go around. Come on, guys, get your bets in. Place your bets. Alan saying, go around. Marilyn saying it's going to be a landing. Rich says landing. Danny says landing. Patrick says landing. Aviation Guy says, I've never been to Lanzarote. Well, it's very, very nice. Aviation Guy says a go around, along with Thomas Weir's going for a go around. So we're about 50-50 here, aren't we? Deborah thinks a landing. Bush thinks it's going to be a landing. Sam's Planes and Trains thinks it's going to be a landing. Mike's saying a bounce and then a go around. Oh, that's a bit precise. Alex is going with a go around. Rod's going with a go around. Alfie's thinking he's going to land it. Aviation Guy's saying go around. Jill's saying a landing.
It is a go around.
Has he gone around already?
You can.
Where have you seen that? I've not even seen it.
It just popped out of the clouds. Can't see it now.
Well, he ditched that very early if he's gone around.
There it is.
Where? Oh, yep, it's a go around. He's gone. So that's. Like I say, we are inside the car here, so we're not going to be able to follow this too far. But let's hope he makes another approach. So all those that said go around, well done. You win. And Nick Salisbury also joining the membership. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate your support. Welcome along. So emojis to play with. You can have a look at the video of the flight down to Lanzarote as well now. Kitty B also been a member for half a year, 6 months. Wow, how time flies. Thank you for your support, Kitty B. That's very, very kind of you. Says, meow, Merry Christmas, everybody. Or everyone, and Happy New Year for 2024. Well, same to you. And Donald Kelly, Merry Christmas to you too. Who said landing? It wasn't. And Satvinder Mankum, Merry Christmas, who also went for a landing, and no, it wasn't. Danny says he's off into the hold. And the Wolf says, can you wish my 1-year-old a Merry Christmas? Cara is her name. Well, very Merry Christmas to Cara. And Jack Sims with a 199 super chat. Thank you, Jack, that's very kind of you. Big Merry Christmas to you. Says, let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Thank you, Jack. Very kind. Phil Bamford, good afternoon and Merry Christmas to you. Says it's gone around. An aviation enthusiast, Merry Christmas. Says number 3 worldwide on flight radar now. In fact, let's have a look. It's gone to number 2 now, actually. I wonder if it'll make it to number 1. Ah. I read that wrong. Okay, it says it there.
It's just YouTube.
Alright, never mind. Say hello to Phil Bamford. I can't remember if I just said hello to Phil Bamford or not. If I didn't, Merry Christmas, Phil. Ah, yes, Patrick saying Santa is number 1 trapped, of course. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's... surely the Ryanair's not going to overtake that. How many people are watching Santa then? Do we know?
50,000.
50,000, yes. Well, there's only 1,184 at the moment watching this Ryanair, so it's not going to get to number 1. Not unless he comes in upside down. And Tango AFC, Merry Christmas to you, says technically number 1. Yeah, that's true. In real life. Looks like the Ryanair's entered the hold and he's at 5,000 feet. The wind's actually just backed off just a little at the moment. The showers, we're between showers and the wind's dropped a little, so it really should be making an approach. Danny says that Ryanair's asking for the wind again, he wants to get in. And Lucas Gallant, Merry Christmas Lucas. Also Maruda in Harrogate, very Merry Christmas to you too. David Illingworth, Merry Christmas. Says, I bet you were back, wish you were back in Lanzarote. Yeah, it was 5 nights, it was nice, but it was nowhere near long enough. Danny says he's holding 2 more times. If the wind doesn't improve, he's off to Liverpool. Oh dear. Aviation enthusiast says he's in a holding pattern right above his house. Might be able to see that in a sec, Tom, actually. We have a little bit of blue sky at the moment. And anybody that lives at Leeds now, if you look up, there is a Gulfstream 6 going over the field. Very, very high. You can see the trail. G650, no reg information on flight radar. Yep. Now the good news is we've got another Jet 2 inbound. It's just to the west of Sheffield at the moment, so that is another 300 series. Danny Jones saying it's Golf Delta Foxtrot Oscar that's coming in behind this Ryanair. And Hannah Ward, Merry Christmas Hannah, nice to have you with us. And CKS Imaging with a £10 super chat. That is very kind. A massive Merry Christmas to you, CK. Hope you have a fantastic holidays. And that's very, very kind, much appreciated. Danny says the Gulf going over right now is November 7, Juliet Papa. Very nice.
Behind us at the moment.
Yeah, we can't thank you guys enough for your donations and the support we've had from you this year. It's been very, very kind. And like you're probably aware, we did have a few issues with the equipment, especially the actual internet side of things over the last few months. I think we're all sorted out now. We did have to spend quite heavily to get that rectified, so yeah, your donations have been more than welcome, so thank you very, very much for all that. And finding Ian in Kenya. Wow, Merry Christmas to you. Can actually hear that Ryanair going over the top at the moment. Sarah James with us in the chat. Merry Christmas, Sarah. If I have missed your name in the chat, do come back in and tell me off. I'm trying to keep up with it. So, Jet 2, currently heading straight towards the field from the south, coming in from Malaga. He's at 7,500 feet at the moment. And Alexei with the information on the Ryanair, which is circling at the moment. 14 years old. Danny says the Jet 2's going for it. That's good to hear. John Hume, very Merry Christmas, John. Beep, beep, beep to you too. John says, good afternoon all, out doing here, as I was told they'll be closed due to the winds. It's we have Ryanair in the hold, we have a Jet 2 about to make an approach. Jet 2 did land about half an hour ago. Dave Peterson, hello and Merry Christmas to you. The good news is the cloud base has really lifted up. In fact, some of the clouds are quite well broken now, so we should have a good view next time we get an aircraft on the approach. Stuart Marshall's with us in the chat. Merry Christmas, Stuart. Nice to see you again. What was that? I think we had a little branch just land on the car then off this tree. Oh dear. So I wonder what will be next to land, whether it will be the whenever Ryanair will make a second attempt or whether Jet2 will sneak in before him. Tom's having a look on flight radar. What's it look like, Tom?
Looks like the Jet 2 is going to have a go.
Danny Jones saying Ryanair got wind shear, that was the reason for the go-around. And Ryanair's diverting away off to Manchester. Wow. So he didn't come round for a second attempt. There'll be some unhappy passengers on that flight. But better safe than sorry, I suppose. Sam's Planes and Trains saying, I bet you're looking forward to the longer days. That's right, we've passed the 21st, haven't we? The evening should slowly start to get a bit lighter. So, Jet 2 is on the approach. Can you see him, Tom?
Yep.
Better eyes than me. Oh yeah, I see it. Record it for us, kiddo. Make the camera still. Okay, we're placing bets again, guys. I'm going to go for a landing. Rod Gill says Jet 2 will land, no problem, I reckon. I think you're right, Rod. I think he's going to stick this. Alan's going with a landing. Danny says, don't think Manchester is accepting the Ryanair. What's going on there then? Marilyn's going for a landing. Aviation guy's going for a landing. Satvinder going for the landing. And everybody's going for a landing. Oh no, Thomas is going for a go-around. Patrick's saying the visibility has improved massively. It certainly has. Tango AFC saying a go-around. Sam's Planes and Trains is saying he's going to land it. Hannah saying a go-around. Danny now saying the Ryanair's off to Liverpool now. Nick saying he's going to land this on his first attempt. Papa Kilo says, landing with brown underpants. Mike and Keith both going for landings. John going for a toga. Coming in very slowly. see the Aer Lingus is also just about to get airborne out of Dublin as well. In fact, it is airborne, it's at 5,000 feet. And the Air X CRJ, that is also over Paris right now, so that's heading this way. And this Jet 2 tracked number 3 worldwide on Flight Radar. Tracked by 2,432 people at the moment. So as I said earlier, this is a 300 series, one of the older ones. Okay, here we go. Let's see how he does. Well, absolutely fantastic. He made that look easy. I wonder what the Ryanair pilots are thinking now. So that's both Jet 2s that have got in. So who had the airband radio on there? What was the wind as you came over the piano keys? Rod Gill says, amazing how much more stable the 300s are compared to the 800s. And Phil saying a better calibre of pilot. Must admit, when we flew home from Lanzarote on Friday, the pilot did actually stand up in front of everybody at the front of the aircraft and gave us a little speech from the front. Very personal touch. I thought was quite nice. Yeah, Mike saying Jet 2 bossing Ryanair today. Aviation Guy 982 says I have to go. Bye everyone. Have a nice Christmas, Aviation Guy. You take care. We'll see you again. Now looking on flight radar, that's Ryanair is definitely heading away. So it looks like the next arrival will be the Aer Lingus from Dublin. He's coming across the Irish Sea at the moment. So I think all is going to be rather quiet until that Aer Lingus arrives. DJC226 says, is there many others at the viewing point? I'm guessing... my back window's actually steamed up. Can you see, Tom?
No, can't see.
There's also a car right behind us as well, so I can't really see behind, but I would imagine it will be busy. It normally is. And I'm guessing no ice cream van. Definitely not today, no. And a Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, Patrick's saying that Ryanair should have waited a bit longer. The wind has actually dropped a little bit at the moment. And Bob's with us in the chat. Hammy Mam Travels. Merry Christmas, Bob. Welcome along. And Bob, I did get your message about sending you a few videos from the hotel. I will we'll do that as soon as we get a chance. It's all on Tom's phone, your fancy phone, that isn't it, Tom? So as soon as we get a chance, we'll send you them videos across. And Nick Salisbury says, I have to go to work. Oh, wow, on Christmas Eve. And Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope you all have a nice day. Well, Merry Christmas to you, Nick. Enjoy your evening at work. In fact, the only mod that we've not had on so far is Alexander Elliott. I'm presuming he must be at work. DJC226 says, the police plane's still based at LBA. That might be one for Danny Jones, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Like I say, it's been a while since we've done a stream, so as far as I know they are, but I could be wrong. Okay, so we've got a little while before the next movement, so good time to put the kettle on. Pour a sherry or a brandy. Why not? It's Christmas. A bit of interesting information I did pick up the other day off the crew of the Jet 2. It was talking about the oil spill response Boeing 727s. Some of the Jet 2 757s that are going to retire are going to replace them 727s. That's something I didn't know until the other day. So there's life in the old 75s yet. ECX9, Merry Christmas to you. It's nice to see a lot of spanners in the chat. So, Aer Lingus just north of Anglesey at the moment. Racing across the sea. Ground speed of 332 knots. And the AX CRJ, that's just about to fly over the English Channel. According to Flight Radar, that's an all-white CRJ, registration 9H Joy, Juliet Oscar Yankee. We have an arrival time of 49 minutes time on that CRJ. And Mooks 1980, Merry Christmas. Nice to see you again. And Barry Walker, Merry Christmas to you, Barry. Said he preferred the stream from Lanzarote. Sunshine, no rain. Well, that's not quite right. We did have a little bit of rain, didn't we, Tom?
We did.
We found out an official stat from the hotel that there's 16 days of rain on average a year on Lanzarote. And we managed to get one of them. But, in fact, yeah, we had 2 days. It rained on the day we came home as well, so we didn't get lucky in that respect. Fortunately, it didn't really spoil the streaming. Lots of videos to put on from Lanzarote as well, so we'll upload them in due course. Danny not giving much chance on the CRJ. The wind does seem to have dropped off a little bit actually, so fingers crossed. The Ryanair that diverted away, that's just over Liverpool at the moment, still at 5,000 feet. Danny Jones says, got a movement of interest for you due soon. Nick, stand by. I bet he's going to turn up in his car. And Mike, yes, he says it was nice to see the F-18s in Lanzarote. It certainly was. That was absolutely amazing. That made my day. If anybody hasn't seen them F-18s, we did catch them landing. They came in as a pair. We did actually manage to video them taking off as well. We didn't catch them taking off on a live stream, but we managed to get a video, so that's another one we'll be putting on over the coming days. Pete Leeds says he doesn't think that ATR will land. I think it will. I'm going for a landing. The wind has actually dropped a little bit. It's nowhere near as bad as it was. It's probably still over 30 knots, but it's certainly not in the 40s like it was. Danny Jones saying, because the Ryanair has diverted, they are putting the brand new Echo India Juliet Hotel on the reverse rotation to Dublin. Delivered 3 days ago. Wow. So that is the MAX that landed just before we started this stream, and that's currently sat around the back. Delivered 3 days ago. Wow, that's don't get much newer than that. Thanks for that, Danny. So it looks like we will get a departure on stream. As for our stream today, me and Tom, we do need to leave around about the 3 o'clock mark, maybe just after. We've got tea at Grandma's tonight, haven't we, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't want to be late for that one, or we'll be in trouble. And Rod Gill's saying there's now go around at Manchester and the wind has gone mental there. Maybe the windy weather's moving down that way. Haven Traveller, very Merry Christmas to you. Over in Singapore, wow. And Tony Else is with us in the chat. Merry Christmas, Tony. Nice to see you. Says, I bet you've not got your shorts on today. Certainly haven't, Tony, no. They've been packed away again. Until the spring. Andrew Foster's Travels. Merry Christmas, Andrew. Nice to see you too. And Martin Jenkins, hello, Merry Christmas. Ooh, Martin down in Alicante. And Elmer0948, Merry Christmas from Colorado Springs in the USA. Wow, well, Merry Christmas to you. People all around the planet watching good old Leeds. Getting a good old battering on Christmas Eve. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So the Aer Lingus is over Liverpool, down to 4,600 feet over Liverpool, so he's not even going to make an attempt, it would appear. That's a shame. It's that windy at the moment. I can't believe it's actually not had a go. It's not that windy at the moment. Unless it's because we're parked behind this tree and we're a bit sheltered. But it doesn't seem as windy as it was. So we'll see what the Air X does. And then after the Air X, we'll be wrapping it up for today. Yeah, Patrick also saying Aer Lingus diverting to Liverpool, not even trying to have an approach. John Driscoll, hello John, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, Pete Leeds 1303 says, told you, prop not going to even attempt it. You were right. Patrick saying Air X in about half an hour. So we'll hang around, we'll see what he does. And then we'll have to nip off for our tea. And Joshua Leclerc, good afternoon Joshua, very Merry Christmas to you. John Taylor, hello John, says, will you be going to Manchester over the holidays? Tom?
Probably.
Probably. I reckon we will, John. I do have a week off work now, so yeah, we'll try and get out as often as we can. Try and get back up to Leeds as well. Always interesting up at Leeds when the wind's blowing. Just a shame it's not a little bit busier. New one. Must be in. Don't sign of it yet. Marilyn says I'm available for both Christmas days. That's very kind. And how are you feeling, Marilyn? Are you better now? I was feeling a bit off colour the last couple of days. Patrick says, going plane spotting at Leeds on Tuesday. Going to be busy and testing my airband radio out for the first time. Fantastic. Mike says, Tuesday, the weather is looking good for Manchester. And Marilyn says, yes, feeling better, that's good to hear. Just in time for Christmas as well. You can treat yourself to a little tipple tonight then. Wow, Alan Barsness from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Wow, Merry Christmas, Alan. From across the pond. And Dot Brownlow says, afternoon and Merry Christmas, everyone. Big Merry Christmas to you, Dot. Member for 2 months as well, so thank you for your support. That's really, really appreciated. And Sam's Planes and Trains is shutting down for Christmas. Well, you enjoy your time out, Sam. Got various family members visiting all throughout the week. Well, have a great week, buddy. And Kane Bottomley Vlogs, hello and Merry Christmas to you. Says, I'm cabin crew currently sat in a staff lounge in the airport. Oh. Cabin crew for which airline? Yeah, Merry Christmas, Kane. Ah, for Jet 2. Excellent. Must admit the service we got from Jet 2 coming home from Lanzarote the other day, absolutely excellent. Very nice. Let's have a look on flight radar. That AirX is now over London, so he'll be coming up the spine of the country. Let's hope he has a go. And Graham Brown, Merry Christmas to you too. Says, good afternoon, great stream, a bit cooler than Lanzarote today. Ah, yeah, just a bit. Oh, Merry Christmas, Graham. And Andrew Foster's travels. I'll be flying Jet 2 from LBA to Lanzarote at the end of next month. Very nice. Whereabouts are you staying, Andrew? Hey, Matagorda, that's where we stayed. Lovely little area, is that? Nice and quiet. Well, the weather here has actually improved considerably at the moment. It's the sun's trying to come out. Although it's still howling a gale. Sun shining, Tom.
Finally.
There is another two Jet 2 aircraft behind the AirX, but they're quite a long way away. One's over Germany, one's over the Bay of Biscay. We'll be long gone by the time they get here, I'm afraid. And just a reminder that for the non-members, Tom's video on the plane down to Lanzarote, that is available to watch from 8 PM this evening on YouTube. If you remember, it's available to watch now. It was a very nice takeoff on the A321neo. Sam's Planes and Trains it. Don't wish your life away, Sam. Wish I could whisk the next 10 months away. Blimey. It's plenty of time to prepare for a 10-hour flight. Was it Cancun he was going to? I think it was Cancun, wasn't it? I think it was Cancun that Sam said he was going to, and just when you touch down, Sam, if you sat on the right-hand side, there's an old 727. It's an old wreck of a 727, but it's worth a peek as you land. About halfway down the runway, if I remember rightly. There you go. Yep, it's Manchester to Cancun.
It's still there.
There's also quite an interesting biz ramp at Cancun. There's lots of biz jets there and biz props. That's worth taking your binoculars for, or a camera with a good zoom. Do us a favour, just text me back to her. Yeah, no, 4 o'clock, just after 4 o'clock.
Tell her.
And Sam's Planes and Trains saying is sat on the left-hand side at Manchester then. And yeah, I think planes probably will catch you. They're normally over that side. You have to give them a flash the light moment, Sam. So the AirX CRJ is just over Northampton at the moment. He's still at 34,000 feet. He'll be starting to make his descent very soon. And just reading the chat, Danny Jones heard about the Titan A330 at Newcastle. It hit a lamppost pulling onto stand and is grounded at the moment. Oh dear. That's not good. Didn't even know Titan had an A330. Okay, who's got the actual wind speed at the moment then for the airport? Has anybody got their scanner on, their airband radio? I would imagine it's, looking at the trees, it's still gusting probably into the low 30s. And Richard Joy, good afternoon and a very Merry Christmas to you. He says, who's tracking Santa on flight radar? About 50,000 of you, I think. There we go, Pete from Leeds, 1303 says gusting to 37, 37 knots still at the moment. Sam's Planes and Trains. 44,168 people currently tracking Santa. So the AirX has started its descent down to 30,000 feet, just over Leicester at the moment. And to Tom's grandma, if you're watching, and you normally are watching, we'll be heading straight to your house once this next aircraft arrives. We'll try not to be late. Peter Scott, hello to you. Merry Christmas. Says, I'll be the best, a subscriber since the start. Yeadon spotter since... I presume that says 1956. Wow. 18 years before I was born. So Merry Christmas to you, Peter. Right, so the AirX is starting to get a bit closer now. Just over Nottingham, still descending down to 22,000 feet. Looks like the A380's just got airborne out of Manchester. And Michael Whittaker in Barnsley, hello to you, Merry Christmas. AirX now down to 16,000 feet, just to the west of Mansfield, south of Sheffield. And Marilyn been in the membership for 7 months. Wow, thank you, Marilyn, for your continued support. We really do appreciate you doing what you do, Marilyn. Okay, this AirX needs to get his skates on or we're going to be late for his tea. Where is he? Just to the south of Sheffield. Down to 14,000 feet. He's getting closer. And Sam's Planes and Trains with a bit of information on the CRJ that's inbound there. 21.5 years old. Wow, delivered to Atlantic Coast Airlines back in June of 2002. Wow. Well, so it's been around a bit then, Sam. And finally over to AirX in 2015 and re-registered 9H Joy. Actually managed to see an overflight going past. That's EasyJet. That's off from Gatwick up to Inverness. I didn't think I'd put them emojis on today. Colin Fielden says, where's Santa on the tracker at the moment? That's one for the chat, I have no idea at all. Okay, this AirX is starting to get a bit closer now. Down to 9,000 feet. Heading straight towards the field. Try and put something on level up floor. Yeah, I'll jump. Yeah, Rod's saying it's a while since we've seen an OTT. It's not been really OTT weather lately, has it, Rod? Michael Crowther says it seems to be getting windier. If anybody's got the scanner on their airband radio and they can hear what the AirX's intentions are, do let us know. Will he be making an approach straight in, or will he be coming to the hold? Looks to be heading straight towards the LBA at the moment at 8,000 feet.
It's up in the high flag. See it? It's in that high flag. It's too far to know.
Tom spotted another OTT. Oh, that's French B, an A350 900 out of Paris Orly to LA, Los Angeles. Fox Hotel Romeo Echo uniform, the reg on that, just about to fly over Leeds. He's up at 34,000 feet. So it looks like the CRJ coming straight to the LBA overhead at the moment. He's staying at 8,000. See that on one of the LA streams later on. Sam's saying, wait a long time, then two come at once. So the CRJ just going through the overhead at the moment, still at 8,000. So we need to know what the intentions of this CRJ are, don't we? Still at 8,000 feet according to flight radar. And Rod, thank you for that. Rod says the AirX going into the hole. The alternative is Manchester. But you can only hear one side of the conversation. And Robert Smith, good afternoon. Merry Christmas, Robert. And Stuart also, Stuart Marshall saying, gone into the hold 8,000 and possibly diverting to Manchester. And as we speak, the rain is starting to pour again and the wind is picking up again, so this is not looking good. Trevor Smith's with a Merry Christmas, Trevor. And a good afternoon to you. Says CRJ entering the hold, wind out of limits for an approach, asking about diversion to Manchester. That is a shame. So we're probably not going to get to see it. If it's outside his limits, he's not going to make an approach. Looking at this weather, I think it's going to get worse rather than better. So we'll give it 5 minutes, we'll see what happens. And it's time me and Tom need to head off for his tea anyway. Ian Livesey, good afternoon. Very Merry Christmas to you, Ian. Oh wow, Peter Scott says, as a little lad I used to deliver newspapers to the tower and the control guy would let me browse the visitors log. Wow, you could tell all your mates, that's fantastic. Oh, it's her limits, a female her limits. I'd also like to say a big thanks to Trevor as well. He's been on the streams throughout the summer and give us lots of information, so really appreciated, Trev, and I hope you have a good Christmas. Oh dear, it's absolutely pouring down now. So I think it's safe to say that AirX is not going to make it in. The weather's getting worse rather than better. And it is time that we have to go, or I'm going to be in trouble off my parents for being late for tea. We don't want that, do we, Tom?
No.
No. Beep beep. We'll give it 5 minutes. Rod's saying AirX needs a maximum of 260 at 30. Well, I think it's way above 30 at the moment. Looking on flight radar, it's still at 8,000 feet. Still in the hold. Saying that, it's descending 7,500 feet, so well, fingers crossed. Let's hope it gives it a go. Simon Edwards, hello to you. Merry Christmas. He says cancelled the approach. Peter Scott's off to wash the dishes. See you later, Peter. Have a good Christmas, pal. Trev says the CRJ is trying an approach. Okay, well, hang fire. DJ C226 says, what's for tea? We're going to my parents and I think she's putting on a buffet. That's standard practice for us on Christmas Eve. It's normally very, very nice. And Ron Van Damp, Merry Christmas to you, good afternoon. And Ian saying it says exactly that on the meter, 260 at 30 but gusting 4.6. And Ron saying thanks for your coverage throughout the year. Well, much appreciated. We've enjoyed it. We'll do it all again next year, hopefully. Okay, AirX down to 5,000 feet now. Leon's all over the place. Merry Christmas to you. Says, my Nana loves watching you. Well, hello and Merry Christmas to your Nana. Mike saying down to 4,000. I guess it's time to place us bets again then, guys. I'm going for a no this time. I'm going for a go around. It's turning on to finals now, just to the far side of Leeds. Down to 3,500. And Seb's been doing his Christmas wrapping. Oh, that sounds like fun. Alan's going for a go-around. John's going for a landing. Marjolaine's going for a landing. Actually, Marjolaine's going for a ladding. Corrected herself. Rod's saying a go-around. Robert's saying a landing. Sam's Planes and Trains saying it's going to land it. Ron Van Damp's 2.99 super chat. Thank you, Ron. That's very kind. Very Merry Christmas to you. Really appreciated. Thank you. And Robin Nolan. Merry Christmas, Robin. Keith's Trains and Planes is going for a landing. Jason Taylor, you see a pair of Y fronts go over the blown up his line down the BT Tower in Cookridge. Well, keep his eyes open. Merry Christmas to you. Ian Livesey says, doubt they'll land it. Can we see it yet, Tom?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Actually, yes, I can.
There he is, out in the distance. So guys, this is the last one from us. Whatever he does here, we're going to have to make a move after this one. So I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas. We should see you again before the new year. All being well. Try not to get too drunk. Ollie Clark, hello to you. And Merry Christmas. So I'll take this opportunity just to say thank you for all your likes today. A few new subscribers as well, so welcome along. Some super chats and donations, very, very kind of you, really appreciated. And members as well, gifted memberships and people renewing memberships, it's very, very kind and much appreciated. So thank you so much. And massive thanks to the mods as always. Without you, this doesn't happen, so thank you very much. And we hope you have a fabulous Christmas. And 1234 says, enjoyed the stream, Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you too. DJC226 is going for a landing. I'm still sticking with a go around. Down to 2,000 feet now. Is that a helicopter looking at you? Oh, it's a car. Right, we'll record them. And Rod Gill, same to you. Very Merry Christmas. Nope, it's gone around. goes over the car roof. Yeah, did look very unstable. Right guys, no matter what he's doing next, we are going, or we're going to be late for our tea. So thank you everybody for joining. And very Merry Christmas. And we will see you again on Blue Sky in the... when are we going again, Tom?
I'm not sure.
If it's Boxing Day, it might be the day after. It could be Tuesday. So until then, take care, have a great Christmas, and see you all later. Bye-bye.